Now, as parents, we always want to give our kids the same amount of love, time and affection. But can the same be said when it comes to money? And we asked you at home if you should always give equally to your kids, even if one child is doing well financially while the other one is struggling. 53% of you said yes, you should always give your kids the same amount regardless of their situation. And in my line of vision, I can see Brenda's head nodding so frantically, desperate to join in. So you agree, clearly?
It's very important to me. I've always been that way with Jamal and Tanisha. Only recently there was... Jamal had broken his phone, his mobile phone. Tanisha had broken their mobile phone. I'm always talking to them about getting phone protectors, but neither of them listen. But they're both... there they are. They've both broken their phones, and so what I did, I was like, right, I'm going to go and buy you both some phones because, you know, you need the phone, but you need to have...
What if one didn't need it?
If one didn't need it, then I might buy it and put it up, and I come out with them...
You'd still buy it, though?
Probably, yeah, I have to...
Why don't you make them buy their own phones? They're grown-ups.
Yeah, they're grown-ups, but it's nice. I like to contact them, so if I want to contact them and I buy the phone, then there's no reason why they shouldn't pick up that phone. Do you see what I mean, if I've bought it? But I do that even with perfumes. If I go away and I see, like, 5 perfumes that I might like for Tanisha...
Five? Five? Why? I wish I was related to you. My mother would never give me one. You
get the miniatures. You know you can get the little miniature samples, so I get that so that they know which one they like.
I know.
But then if I get that for Tanisha, I have to get for Jamal.
Are you feeling a big glow of envy coming from me? I want to be part of your family.
But even Christmas stocking fillers, I put the exact same thing in for this. I don't want... They've never argued and they never ask me for anything. I just always
Well, they know you're a soft touch. That's why they're asking.
I'm not the soft touch, I'll have you know.
Surely it's down to who needs what, really. You know, like, I've got 2 girls and they like quite expensive handbags and things like that. So now and again on special birthdays, like 18 and 21...
You're a soft touch, I can see this as well.
I would get them a nice bag. Whereas Louis...
Get them really expensive designer handbags.
Not really expensive, but, like,
nice
it's a special occasion. It's the 18th and it's the 21st and it's something for them to keep for the future and whatever. And they appreciate them and look after and put them back in their covers and things like that. But with Louis, he's not interested in anything like that. So it's really hard to get him a present, even for his 18th and 21st.
So what would you do for him?
I would get concert tickets or something like that, or a play, he likes going to the theatre, or books, he likes books. But it's not down to money, it's down to what they actually need.
So if the bag costed £500, will you get him £500 for the concert tickets?
I wouldn't do that.
And also,
I'd just get them what they need.
These are
what
gifts
they
that
want.
we're talking about here, and obviously it's nice to be equal in terms of your generosity when it comes to birthdays or what have you. But what about if it's somebody who's in more dire financial straits? Say if somebody has fallen on hard times, if they've lost their job, or if they need help paying their mortgage or something like that, and yet the other sibling is doing OK.
I don't think it should make any difference.
Oh, I do.
I don't think it makes any difference because just because one's going through hard times at that point in time, that doesn't mean the other one's not going to. And so you just remember it. I'll just remember it. And, you know, if I've given £1,000 to Tanisha...
That sounds like you have to have a register in your head.
I don't write it down, but in my mind, I don't write down saying I've given to you and I haven't given to you. But if I give to Jamal, then across the week at some point, I might just give to Tanisha just because I want to.
Yeah, but like Lauren, she's got 2 children. She only works at the moment 2 days a week, so she needs a little bit more help. Steve works 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, but she needs a little bit more help sometimes, you know, so I would like to help her out, and so does her mother-in-law. She's very generous with them as well. Yeah. Because and also I'd buy the kids clothes or something, you know, like if she couldn't afford to buy them something, I would get that from. She dresses them lovely. I mean, on a low budget as well.
And can I ask whether they keep tabs on that? Because there's a friend of mine who her brothers and sisters aren't maybe quite so generous as maybe your kids are, and you know, one of the siblings has had money spent on them, and because she needed it, she wanted to progress with her career, and the others not so happy about that, even though they haven't necessarily needed it. They're mentally... You said you don't keep tabs. Yeah. The kids are mentally keeping tabs, even though the parents
The kids are mentally keeping tabs, which is why I keep my kids equal, so they don't keep any mental tabs.
This equal thing slightly bothers me because when I grew up, my mother was so determined my sister and I should be the same, even though physically we looked totally different.
No, she was really pretty, weren't she?
Look, I am the tall...
I'm joking.
I am the tall leading lady in that photo.
You're
my
gorgeous.
sister isn't also on board. Look, you'll see, even though we're completely different heights and she's got dark hair and I'm the tall blonde one, we're wearing the same dress. And it gets worse after that. My mother was determined to turn us into one kind of corporate homogenous child. So I had a pudding basin haircut. My sister had the same haircut. We wore the same dresses.
My mum used to do that.
Exactly
My
the
sister,
same,
The same horrible knitted cardigans.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of arguments between you then?
Well, we did have arguments. It produced arguments because I was nothing like my sister. She was bubbly, outgoing and extrovert, and I was the misery you see today. Down the library, reading.
At least she's honest.
Well, I was a snob as well. I didn't think I could be related to my
Do you
sister.
remember rags, when you used to have rags in your hair? My two sisters had really good hair. I had really fine hair. So my mum used to put me in rags and I'd go to bed of a night with rags in my hair. Do you remember that?
I had rags too. I think this is our working class terrible background where we should have had your hair instead of our horrible flat beige hair, where every night my mother would rip. That picture, by the way, bears no resemblance to the rags.
Our rags didn't look like that.
Our rags were made from old pillowcases.
Well, can I just say, my daughter uses that, but she uses, you know, the sports socks. She does her hair, and when she wakes up in the morning, it looks like beach waves. It does really work.
Let's try that.
There you go, socks in your hair. There we are.